Yeah.
I put $1 million into comedy in 2022. $1 million between acts, venues, whatever. I put $1 million into the comedy ecosystem. I'm not saying I made $1 million. I'm not saying I lost $1 million. I made some money. I made probably 10% is crazy. I probably made 2% of the $1 million like in the comedy ecosystem that I put in, right? So things are going to fuck up. Also, I'm dealing with people internationally quite often, which creates a lot of hurdles. I love Louis. He was Louis Gomez from Skanks. It was a pain in the ass to pay him this last time because apparently there's another Louis Gomez who has some sort of security issue that it took like an extra 5 days for the wire to go through.
Is that the reason for the J? Just to differentiate?
No, it's, as far as I know, it's an Actra thing. But no, literally, I've never even had that particular problem before. I was so on top of that situation, and I still couldn't help the fact that it got held for 5 days because it had nothing. Like it was out of my hands.
What does the J stand for, though?
James is his middle name.
Oh. Okay.
It was that in Actra there was another Louis Gomez, and so he had to add a thing to like get in. Maybe not Actra, that's Canadian. Whatever it was, there was another SAG or whatever. There was another person. The point is, it's not about him. It's about the $20 thing. It's about whatever. It's like I do a lot of shit. And if I owe you $20, understand a little bit. I have done, yeah, please. Yeah. That's, by the way, I haven't seen her.
Get their mailing address. Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen her in like a year.
Send them 20. If you can get the mailing address.
The whole time I've been back, I've been waiting to run into them in a situation where I can just throw $20 on the ground and whatever. Yeah. Because
you guys get American ones,
There's
please.
no communication from that person that I owed them $20. Am I saying I don't? I don't know, because I put $1 million out in 2022. This is obviously a thing from further back, but the point is the same. I do a lot of shit. Like, you know what no one ever talks about when they say I owe them money? They don't mention how much money I've put into that ecosystem. Yeah. I have done. I'm laughing right now
because of like the thought of how many $20 I owe so many people throughout my life. I owe so many $20.
But the point is that it was never about the $20 to her. It was
just being an ass.
It was about, even if I owe them $20, they never ask for it because they will sacrifice $20 to be part of the I get to talk shit club. That's the real thing.
That's what they bought with their $20.
It was worth $20 to buy into that. And so like, you can't do that. If I owe you money, listen, I owe Pavlov Real Estate Agency or whatever it's called some fucking money right now. I don't owe anybody else that money.
Russian mafia.
Yeah.
That did sound suspicious as fuck.
Well, yeah. But that's like, if I did, fucking ask me and stop talking shit. But they won't, because people are fucking damaged and they're hurt, and they would rather be able to go, oh, this person wronged me,
and they're opportunistic, whatever, and they're sneaky, and it's
okay, how many of these other people you're okay with offered you $20? Did any of these people go try to get you paid? Did any of these people do anything themselves to help you? Did I? Hey,
that's funny about not being paid $20, because I have not been paid $20 before. It's I'm not gonna ask for it, because imagine bitching for $20.
Do you know how many people in this business in Toronto right now owe me money that everyone fucking loves?
So everybody pins it on you like, oh, this fucker doesn't pay it. And then
go get it from them.
How many people owe me money? Yeah, exactly. So it's all full circle.
So, but again, and it's like, hey, listen, you know what the truth is in a matter of, like, as I go through all the codependency shit and the whatever.
We got to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. I shouldn't have been doing any of that. All of that, people think that, like, literally the thing on me for years was, oh, he's friends with all these comics and it helps him get ahead because of whatever. I'm friends with, of all the people I brought in over the years, you know who I'm friends with? Big J Oakerson. That's it. And because we just were friends. That's the fuck it. Like, I don't, and listen, Schultz at a certain point. But like, these people were not my friends. there were things that I did. I didn't get a handout from any of these people. The people who are nicest to me in the entire business, besides Big J, who was literally a father to me, like Big J was wonderful. Judah Friedlander, who I never brought in myself. I owed nothing to Judah Friedlander. He was wonderful to me.
Champion of the world.
He, unfortunately, and COVID wiped him out. I mean, he's not a person anymore. It's too bad. Yeah. He was a fist bumper before COVID. So post-COVID, he's like just out of the world. Yeah.
That's
He's gone. He's gone. It is really sad.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So are you really that surprised? He seems like a weird enough
He was
guy
already an odd guy.
that he could, his mind could get too attached to that shit. Yeah.
But like Big J and Judah Friedlander. I'll say, and let me give credit to Lewis. When Lewis was running LOL back in the day in New York, he would say his chick ran it. You would have to like message Lewis's girlfriend to get spots because Lewis didn't want to be a booker. So like he clearly booked it, but just had you message B so that
you think Luis J. Gomez is a codependent as well?
He knows. I don't have to tell him. He's literally dealing. I'm watching Lewis right now. But like, I'm no word of a lie. I am watching Lewis deal with the same thing I'm dealing with.
Right.
Me and Lewis are twin flames. We're so fucking similar. We have off and on had issues with each other due to the similarities. Like we would do shiprock with each other, and by the being in the ocean for 5 days together, would be at each other's fucking throat because we're the same fucking
you just
person.
have to ignore each other just to get through it. Yeah.
It was me and Lewis are like very, very, very similar, and because we come from we come from similar shit. So like it, and by the way, and his more extreme. God bless him for what he got, man.
Yeah,
he wins the tragedy Olympics every day of the year. I didn't deal with what he's dealt with. He's dealt with a lot of fucking shit, and I will say he's done it commendably. I don't commendably.
Yeah, I think that's right. That's the word. Yeah.
There's things about Lewis I don't love. There's things where I'm like, hey, you need help not being that. But that ain't I gotta clean my own side of the street. I do a lot of the negative behaviors that people don't like Lewis about. I do the same goddamn thing. So like I can't really talk shit. And I admire him, and I think other people admire him for a very similar reason. He created a podcast network that gets people paid, a festival that gets people paid. He's a creator. Now, that is also codependent. Like, it's great. That's why codependency is so tricky.